Welcome back. It's time now to take a look at the top business stories. IMF proposes introduction of GCC-wide VAT to aid recovery. UAE Central Bank working on boosting bank's capital base. And Obama pledges to cut US dependency on oil imports by 1/3. Let's look at the equity markets first. The UAE stock markets headed in opposite directions today. Dubai's benchmark rose 0.9% to close at 1,556 points. The real estate sector posted the largest gains. Arab Tech Holding rose 3.1%. Drake & Skull was up 0.9%. Shares of the DFM climbed 2.3%. Dubai Islamic Bank rose 1.4%. And Shua Capital surged 5.7%. 168 million shares were traded, valued at 255 million dirhams. And over in the capital, the ADX fell 1% to close at 2,607 points, with the telecommunications sector posting the largest losses. Reason being that Etisalat fell 3.7% as the share is trading ex-dividend today. Other sectors look positive. The energy sector, for example, Dana Gas was up 1.6% and TAQA gained 1.4%. Alder Properties rose 2.7%, Sura Real Estate 3.9%, and Iraq Properties was up 2.6%. The banking sector was mixed. Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank fell 0.3%, Bank of Sharjah, though, gained 0.5%. And National Bank of Abu Dhabi rose 0.2%. 105 million shares were traded, valued at 170 million dirhams. And now let's look at the GCC markets, which ended mixed today. Dubai Stock Index gained 10% this month. February ended at 1,410 points, and as we just heard, we are now at 1,556 points. To talk about the market this month, we're now joined by financial analyst Bruce Powers. Welcome to the show, Bruce.
Thank you.
Now, tell us, with this strong rally at the DFM, is the market maybe overbought?
Well, even though we've had a very strong rally over the last month, we've now reached a level where we're starting to consolidate. We saw this over the past week, right at resistance of the downtrend line, of the larger downtrend. So this is really a very bullish sign, because the market could have easily sold off at this point, and instead it's holding up, indicating that demand is still strong, but not strong enough to take it higher. So I hope we have a little bit more consolidation, which could include a bit of a pullback, but as long as the pullback isn't too deep, the market is taking the rest that it needs to get ready for its next leg.
Let's talk about Egypt a bit more. Now, Egypt halted trading at the end of January at 5,647 points. The stock market stopped for 7 weeks. Now they have resumed trading. We are down 3.5% only. There's a tiny bit of a gap still. Do you think this can be seen as a sort of a risk premium due to the speculation that Egypt might fall out of the MSCI Emerging Markets Index?
Well, that's part of it, the concern about the being in the index. There's also a big concern about what corporate earnings are going to be, given all the unrest and the effect on companies, as well as political uncertainty and uncertainty in the region as well. So I expect that volatility will continue for the foreseeable future. It's certainly possible we'll have a further rally. It looks like there's a good chance that the market could get up at least another 6% before it hits more serious resistance. At some point, it's probably going to turn back down again. Now, that doesn't mean it will go to new lows, but we're likely to have a period of increased volatility for the foreseeable future until we move to some period of consolidation.
Bruce, have a good weekend. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And now to our top stories. The International Monetary Fund has proposed Dubai to reduce its debt ratios by introducing a GCC-wide value-added tax. In a mission statement on the UAE's economy released today, the IMF said that Dubai should undertake fiscal consolidation to achieve a comfortable debt-to-GDP ratio over the medium term. It said that the planned introduction of a GCC-wide VAT would generate more revenue and facilitate the consolidation. The statement added that the UAE economy benefited from the higher oil prices last year, which helped it grow 3.2%. Growth will continue into 2011 as the successful restructuring of Dubai World's debt has improved market confidence. The UAE Central Bank is looking to increase the liquidity requirements for local banks to help them offset any bad loans. The central bank said earlier this week that higher capital ratios will help UAE banks to better deal with defaulted creditors. Off the back of this, the central bank said that it is working to implement the Basel III capital requirements, which aims to boost the capital base of banks, their liquidity and reduce leverage. Basel III was adopted by the members of the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision as the downturn disclosed many shortcomings in financial regulation. Master developer Nakheel is set to issue an Islamic bond to Atkins, the world's largest engineering and design consultancy, as part of repayment for its obligations. The sukuk will be issued in the next couple of months. According to a local publication, Keith Clark, Atkins CEO, said that the company is very confident the sukuk will be issued, which he expects to grow significantly in value over time. He said he is sure Nakheel will meet its debt obligations. Under the property developer's debt restructuring plan, trade creditors will receive 40% cash and 60% in an Islamic bond. Nakheel announced the setup of a new audit and technical support department to help it meet its debt repayment obligations. And in our fast financial news, Topaz Energy and Marine, a Dubai-based oil and gas services company, decided not to proceed with an initial share sale in London. That's according to press reports. Oman-based Renaissance Services, Topaz parent, had planned to sell a stake in the company and aimed to raise about $500 million. The company blamed the unfavorable investment climate, which made it difficult to issue new stocks. Luxury hotel conglomerate the Jumeirah Group has announced the opening of its first five-star hotel in China. The luxury hotel, based at the Himalaya Center in Pudong, features 401 Chinese-style guest rooms and 62 residences and suites. The Jumeirah Group currently has 5 more hotel projects underway in China. And after the break, we'll run you through what's making the headlines in international business today.